I will post this before Christmas because I'm not going to edit it the week between Christmas and New Year's. But yeah, it's a really crazy time because like there's always more to do. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. So, our topic today, I believe, is the so fun family photos.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love
I
a
thought that'd be a
family
nice topic
photo
because
moment?
I consider myself like a serious hobbyist photographer. I have actually sold some photo prints. Like, I'm really into photography, and I know you also like you do like the Pinterest things. Like you buy props and
Yes.
backdrops, and you do
Yes.
like serious. Like, so we're both into it. I think coming from it a little different, but so I thought it would be something we could both really talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what did you do your family Christmas photo this year?
Yeah,
How did that go?
like days like a week ago,
Love
and
it.
like ordered the cards that day.
Yeah.
And they got here Friday, and Friday night I printed the envelopes. Like I take the envelope printing a little serious, like a little artistic there.
You
Yeah.
do.
And even though I know it's getting thrown out, but it's like
I'm not gonna lie. I want you to teach me your ways in the envelope printing. I have
oh
my
yeah,
cards
got to learn how to mail merge. Got to learn that mail
right
merge.
here.
Yeah. And I think it's just kind of fun. Yeah, I could talk more about how I do that, but and then like I was like kind of bummed. It's like shit. Like I had my act kind of together. I've got my cards. It was
Yeah.
Friday. Friday was 2 days, like the 13th.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th. I didn't even notice.
Oh yeah.
And but I was like, shoot, but these cards are like I could send my local ones here in Switzerland like right away, or any other Europe ones. But the idea is to bring the U.S. ones with me. I fly home on the 22nd. Even if like my mom picked me at the airport like with stamps,
Yeah.
and we dropped them off then, which is what I would totally do. What I meant to do last year, but then they lost my luggage. So then it took a couple of like 48 hours later, I got the cards for my luggage. This time I'd carry them on.
Yeah.
And but still, they're going out the night of the 22nd. I don't know if they would get like processed the 23rd. No one's getting them till after Christmas.
Yeah.
Like maybe one or two like lucky ones might make it, but like probably not. And so actually I realized I could pretty cheaply mail the whole bundle as a package, like in envelopes to my mom, and then like have her like put the stamp on and put them in the mail.
Yeah.
You know, because if I mailed them each from here, like first of all, it's international mail again.
Yeah.
I don't know how fast it's happening, but this like package I sent like priority. It was like it's gonna be like 3 to 7 days. Like that's not super priority, like medium priority.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like that's $2.50 a stamp, and I'm sending like 56 U.S. Christmas cards.
Yeah.
So it would just be too much to spend $2.50 a pop on that.
Yeah. No,
for just a stamp.
I decided this year. I took a hard look at my Christmas cards, and I haven't sent any yet. Mine yet. Oh, not. I haven't sent mine yet. Today as of today's record, it's December 15th. I've received from my people 3 Christmas cards.
Yeah, my mom was saying that she's gotten like 1 card so far. She thinks people have stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I decided to do is I am really going to rein it in. I used to send about 60 cards, and I'm trying to send about half that. And I'm trying to keep it to just my parents, his parents, our brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, and a few cousins. And that's, and some friends. I do have some friends who will be getting my Christmas cards as well. But like I'm trying to really rein it in, because paying for 60 cards, 60 stamps, and I do my envelopes with labels. I do envelope labels. 60 labels, like it's just going to be too much. So
Yeah, I stick those envelopes right in the printer.
that's what I need to learn how to do, because
Yeah.
because every year I'm like, shit, I don't have labels. I have to go buy labels. Let me go.
So actually, still on the topic of labels, but also very much on our topic of photos in general.
Yes.
I have a document that I have documented. I've written out my process for processing, for handling and organizing my photos.
Really?
Yeah, because like these envelopes, these like doing a mail merge and printing it all that is something I do once a year.
Yeah.
And even though I've done it many, many times now, like a year from now, it won't be I won't remember.
Yeah.
So I really write down my process, and I have everything about organizing my photos. I have written down like, and I get on photos like so with Amazon Prime. you have unlimited photo backup online. So I take advantage of that. And that's like in this document that like I have a backup of photos in Amazon Prime, and like that it's my Amazon Prime, not my mom's, because I've thought about sometimes maybe like ditching it because it doesn't always make sense. And then like the details of like what account it is, how are they organized? Like they're organized just by like in this backups folder, then by year, and then the actual all my photos are always in like an kind of like an album folder, and I organize the folder like the date and then like the thing. So like, let's say if I was like I'm going to New Jersey on the 22nd, I already said, so that would be like it would be a folder like 2024-12-22, like New Jersey Christmas, and then like all my New Jersey Christmas photos like from like would go in that folder. And then like that's how I organize them, like my own files. But then I also have this extra backup. Like I don't really use it; it's just there for emergency. That Amazon one. Yeah. Oh. And this is the time actually I really wrote out like how do I do a mail merge? Like what is it? And it's like one thing is like I use Google Documents for everything pretty much, and they don't have a built-in mail merge, but they have a plugin that works great. Okay. And you can set like the page size on Google Documents, right? Like you can change it to bigger, smaller paper, A4 or US letter, but you can't set custom. And envelopes tend to be weird sizes.
They do.
Like a Vistaprint's like I did a Vistaprint one this year, and like it's a 5x7, but it's not 5x7. It's close to 5x7, and they have envelopes that like just fit their Vistaprint. So. But actually, I didn't even notice this. The Mail Merge plugin has a way to make the page the right size too. Okay. So then I could do that. And like I wrote that down in this little thing. So like now, like next year when I'm doing this, I will read those like 4 steps and be like, oh, that's how I do it, and hopefully it'll be a little quicker next year.
There you go.
Yeah. And actually, my other big secret for how I make my envelopes is I steal the artwork from when I design the card. Yeah. So I don't want to put like too much details on there, but like cover. This is my card this year. Cover my family's faces, and then like the back. Okay. Yeah. Get a sneak peek, Lisa. Yeah. So then like I went back into the app. This is Vistaprint. Okay, so like after I finished designing my card, like in the little like designer thingy, I like set this background to white, and then I like made nice little artwork that I wanted for my envelopes, and I just screenshotted it. That may or may not be.
Sneaky.
I don't know how legal that is, like, but like it's not like I could buy like custom artwork envelopes anyway. I think they just sell you like their design. But so yeah, like then I just like make it as big on my computer as I can, screenshot it, and then I can make my own envelope artwork. And that's how I make them like really pretty. Because I think of the envelope as I know, but it's like like in weddings planning, you learn all that etiquette about the envelopes because the envelope is really who you're addressing this card to. And like, cause like, it's a lot of work, but like it doesn't. It's one thing about the cards is it's much more work than it looks like. Oh yeah. Because a person's just getting this card that like were mass printed, and it's actually not so personal. Yeah. That is one of the really frustrating things. Like it's a fair amount of work, and it doesn't really look like it for each person that gets one. I don't know. Yeah. 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 But I do like think like. Yeah, like in my contacts. When I do like the mail merge, I use the company name because that's not something I save for people, like their company name. I don't use that field. Yeah. And that's where I put the address in the envelope. So like you are my contacts list with like your name, Lisa Fanacase. But then like under company, under Lisa Fanacase, it says like the Fanacase family. Yeah. Yeah. And then so like when I use the mail merge, I don't use your name, I use company there. Yeah. So then it's like it's like a lot of my friends, like I'm friends with both people, and like one of them is on my Christmas list. Yeah. Because I'm actually using my contacts, my regular contacts. You might have like a spreadsheet you use.
I have a list of my labels.
Yeah. That's how I actually use my contacts, and I have like I use Google Contacts, and you can put labels on. Like I have like a Christmas card label, and yeah. So like then like all the people on that label, I export this like the file of like the spreadsheet, and then that's what's used for my envelopes. But that's not so much photos. That's like Christmas card envelopes, like weird details. Yeah. I should make a video about like envelopes, mail merging.
Yeah. No, this year for our photo, my whole plan was shot to shit. And because my brother was getting married in November, I knew that my girls were going to be in the wedding. It was black tie optional, so we were very dressed up.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the girls weren't going to stay for the reception. I knew that. And I also knew that when you walked into this specific reception hall, there was a staircase going up because part of the cocktail hour was on the second floor. And the bride had told me that she paid the florist to have flowers going around the railings of the staircase. And I'm like, fucking photo op, right? That is where I'm getting my chef's kiss, Christmas card, suck it to everyone else. Like, this is going to be the picture. And then it was like a slow punch in the gut, because it was like the first punch was, bam, the girls aren't allowed to come to the reception at all. Because it was the first, to my understanding, that they could come and be picked up from the reception. And I'm like, I can sneak in a photo in this, like...
Yeah, it's weird that they wouldn't let you, like, even, like, enter the building.
Yes. So I was like, okay. And then the second gut punch was, like, trying to I was like, okay, then I'll take a picture of them on my own. And I was like, I was trying to do it. We all got ready at my grandma's house. My grandma's house is very iconic to my whole family. So I was like, that's fine. We'll get ready at grandma's house. We'll take a picture there. Nobody would be still. No one would smile at the same time. It was just a shit show. But as I'm trying to get this done, the photographer came up to me and was like, do you want me to take a picture of the four of you? And I was like, yes, please. I look like a beached whale because I am fat and I'm in all black. It just was not a pretty photo. And I'm like, God damn it. She did get 2 photos of my girls, which are very sweet, and made the cards, but, like, it was not what I had in my head. And I was just like, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Is that the card? But did you use the picture or no?
There were 2 pictures of them, and I used it on my cards. But yeah, so that's how my Christmas photos went this year. And next year, God damn it, I think I'm just gonna have to make a note in my Google Calendar, like, start looking for photographers for Christmas photos, because God damn it, you want a nice photo.
I always do, like, a full family photo, not just the kids, for the Christmas cards. And the only exception was the year that my ex and I were separated, not yet, like, announced that we were separated. And, like, so it was just the kids, and, like, did, like, a little collage of 3 different, like 3 or 4 pictures of them. I don't think it was super obvious, actually. And you know what? I made 2 versions of that Christmas card. One that said, like, love all 4 of us. The other said love the 3 of us. And all my friends got love the 3 of us, and all my family who didn't know yet, except for, like, I think, like, my mom and, like, my godmother, like really few people knew, because we were still figuring it out, and it wasn't it was a specific time. They got the regular ones, because, like, I don't want that to be the announcement that I got divorced, right? That, like, Christmas card doesn't have his name on it anymore.
Where'd he go? I don't know.
Yeah, actually, forgot to print him. So my mom, after I was divorced, this is a tangent, but it's a good one.
Okay.
After I was divorced, she called each branch of my dad's family and told them, and, like, people were really nice about it. Like, there's lots of divorce in the family. It's not like scandal. But then for her side of the family, she told one person and thought she was good. And, like, all right. She told me I told everyone, both sides of the family, so don't be surprised. Because actually, like, one of those first years, I first invited my ex, because, like, I don't want to, like, not. Make sure my boyfriend's not listening. I first invited him because I felt bad, like, taking the kids away from him at Christmas. Yeah. Like, did you want to come? Blah, blah, blah. He didn't. He was working. He couldn't. I don't know. And then I invited my current boyfriend. We've been together a while, and actually would have loved to, like, have him in the setting, see him with my family, see him like, before I move in, because we were really talking about moving in. And actually, like, after that, he came at Christmas, and, like, after that was like, okay, we're for serious. We started really making plans for me to move the next summer here to Switzerland. And so he's with me at Christmas, my boyfriend, and, like, I had been separated for 2 years, but like my mom had just told everyone, like, right before Christmas.
Yeah.
And And again, she didn't tell everyone. She told, like, on her side, she told one person. So, like, my cousin didn't get the memo at all. Comes into, like, his mother's house, and I'm already there, with this new boyfriend, and he's like, when I'm not there, like, so I'm like, who the hell is this? Like, to this guy that I'm with, like, because he didn't know I was divorced at all. I get like, or he got me, like, when the guy wasn't around, like, Caitlin, like, who that, like, what?
Yeah.
You're divorced? What's going on? Who the hell is this guy you're with? It's not the Italian guy you had here last Christmas.
She should be like, yes, it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That family
always sounded a little German. I don't
that
know
side of the
what you're
family,
talking about.
they're really good at doing big pictures. They'll do, like, oh my gosh, like, all the cousins, there's people for, like, adults to newborn babies and the generation after me.
Yeah.
And they're like, do the pictures, it's really cute. They get matching pajamas.
Oh, cute.
The pajama elves bring matching pajamas on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
And, like, even, like, the full-grown men, down to the newborn babies, wear the matching pajamas. Everyone in that generation.
Yeah.
And we take pictures of them. And but that side of the family, they're good at making everyone pose.
Yeah.
But they will not share their pictures for shit.
Oh my God.
Like, and like, we take a New Year's photo. Like, everyone who's there at New Year's, we take a New Year's photo. It's the same side of the family. And, like, I've posed every year, and, like, I've never gotten those photos. Never gotten a single those photos.
God. I wanted to start a New Year's tradition because, well, my brother's born on New Year's Eve. So I'm like, this is perfect. It's New Year's Eve. It's his birthday. Perfect excuse. I think he called me, or, yeah, I think he called me. I don't know where. No. We were talking. And he goes, can we do my birthday on the 29th? Because I'm like, why? And I was like, he goes, no, first he starts with, what do you want to do on New Year's Eve? And I'm like, I don't know, Joe, it's your birthday. What do you want to do? And he goes, no, what do you want to do? I said, okay, you're really going to ask me? And I was like, we'll just do, like, a New Year's Eve pajama party. We'll just all get together in pajamas, and we'll just hang and celebrate your birthday. And he goes, oh, I don't want to do that. Then don't ask me. And he said, and he goes, can't we just do my birthday on the... Obviously, his birthday is New Year's Eve. It's December 31st. Yeah. I'm giving away a lot of info about him. But he's like, can't we just do it on the 29th?
His name, his social security number, his address.
Here's his last name. Here's his job. You could go harass him. Actually, I couldn't tell you the name of the company he works for to save my life. But he's like, can't we just do my birthday on the 29th? And I'm like, why even ask me? You ass? So it's like, there goes my idea of trying to create this tradition of birthday/New Year's Eve celebration, which we could have easily done at Grandma's house, put the girls to bed, upstairs, and like, there's like a little guest room.
You know, but you know what? Like, give it 3 years or so when he has a kid, and he'll be all for that. He's still a little younger.
Yeah.
Still a little more of a city guy. He wants to spend New Year's Eve out. Give it a couple years, though, and he will love a family New Year's. Like,
I hope
because there was like a point where, like, my family New Year's parties went from being like fun with all my cousins to like, this is a kid party.
Yeah.
And like, I was like college, like I was not feeling kid party for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And then now I love it again. It's like perfect.
I'm hoping he comes to the dark side, and I'm hoping he does, because like I just.
Yeah, and also, like, his wife isn't going to be like, yeah, you go out for your birthday, for New Year's, and I'll stay home with the kids.
I'm hoping his wife will be like, hey, an opportunity to have somebody else. Because in my head, when they have this realization, it's a baby, not like a older child. It's like a baby. Have somebody else hold the baby, somebody else can. I don't mind making the food. I know my sister will bring stuff too. Yeah. They don't have to bring anything. That's the guest of honor and his wife. I expect nothing. Just show up. And, like, I'll wait on her hand and foot if that's what it takes.
I remember there was one New Year's, like, there were so many babies. One cousin had twins, and another had a baby, but I think they were like Irish twins. I think her middle one was still, like, really little. And, I think I also had Lavinia, and like it was just like babies everywhere. And like normally at a family party, there's always so many hands, so many aunties that like waiting to be grandmas and like
yeah.
who are so happy to hold a baby. But this party, everyone was like, "No, I'm good." Like,
When you were
like even
hey.
like all the like the kids, like the like 10, like 11-year-old kind of ones were like holding babies because like all the adults were like,
You're
"I
like,
got one
hey.
at home. I don't want yours."
Hey, you don't see this one that often.
They're like, "Come on."
She won't be this size next time you see her.
I know. I have such a baby bug, but like I was thinking to myself, you know what? In like 15 years or so, good chance I'll be a grandma. Like, I can wait 15 years. Well, probably.
What cures mine, because I think about it too, like, oh, wouldn't it be nice?
I love a
Because
little
our
baby.
friend just had a baby, and she's posting some pictures, and like really only like just 2 or 3.
Yeah, I need to
or
go on
whatever.
Facebook because I know who you're talking about. And I
Yeah.
want to see her little baby. I just changed to her from Mr. and Mrs.
To the
last
family,
name
yeah.
to the last name family because she had a baby. Her card, like I was like, but just before I print them, I like proofread them, like make
Yeah,
sure like
same.
nothing is weird, and then I'm like, oh, I can change this one.
Yeah. So like, I'm starting to get a little bit of that baby bug, and I'm like, no. Well, I've said his name now. Joe will have a baby very soon, and I
Yeah.
can be, you know, the fairy god auntie to that baby and go and hold him or her.
I do jealous of the auntie stuff. Like, I have nephews from my ex-husband,
Yeah.
but I don't see them very much. And I think there is a little something about it being your blood. Like, I adore them, not to be like, but like, I think there's just like that little like, or at least I assume,
No,
like
I think,
that there would be that like, this is mine in some way. Not like my kid, but like in some way it's mine, right? And like, I assume a grandmother would be that way, and I think an auntie would be like that. But
that's how I feel about my niece. My niece, my sister's daughter. Kenzie, I love. Oh, there you go. My Kenzie.
yeah, I mean, I said my kids' names.
Yeah. But you know, and she's mine. She's my niece. You know,
Yeah,
from my
she's
sister.
yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She's got that same blood, and
not that I don't
Yeah.
love my husband's niece and nephew too, but it's just a little bit different when it's.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think it would be. I think that's. I hate to feel like a monster to say that, but I think it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that's where like I have that kind of cures mine is I'm just like Joe's gonna have a baby of yours, and like my sister's daughter is well, she's 2 years younger than Hannah, so she's not that far off, but she's still a little bit younger.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah, I was the first of a lot of my friends to have a kid. Like even beat you by like a couple
You did.
months. Beat Allison by a couple months. But like among my college friends, I beat them by a couple years.
yeah,
And it's funny here. I'm like the big kid mom. Like all my
Yeah.
friends here in Switzerland have like 3-year-olds or so. Like it's and I've got a 9-year-old. I'm practically a grandma.
I feel
But like they were asking me about it, and it's like in the beginning, it's like it didn't actually change it changes a lot. But like I was still going out, still doing things, especially I hadn't like figured out sleep schedules yet. So
Yeah.
I didn't know any better also. So I was just living my life because it's like, well, she doesn't go to sleep at midnight anyway, so whatever, let's go out.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, actually, we all sleep better if we go to bed earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that like it doesn't, it's not that you have to do things differently once you have a kid, but like you slowly want to.
Yeah.
And it might even be scarier to someone who doesn't have a kid yet to hear it like that. But yeah, you just slowly want different things.
I think it's a priority shift.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, because you can't just wake up and just lay in bed and doom scroll for half hour. That's not really a possibility unless you wake up butt fuck early in the morning.
Yeah.
Like you have somebody who's like, I need to be fed because I cannot do it myself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yesterday I didn't get out of bed till 9:30, which is really late for us here.
Yeah.
And like our Swiss lifestyle, I get up at 6:30 on weekdays. Peter gets up at 5:30 on weekdays, and he was out skiing already. And I was like, shoot, it's 9:30. I had to get to the post office to send the Christmas cards. They closed. I wasn't sure if they closed at 11 or 11:30. And the kids have to eat. So I'm like, okay, kids, like we're going to town. Let's just go eat breakfast in town. But like, because I have to go to the bakery to get something to eat like for breakfast anyway. So let's just go. And I'm like, shoot, I hope they still serve breakfast because like we're getting there like 10 o'clock. I don't know when they stop serving breakfast. Like, this is Switzerland. They like people get up early. They do their things early in the day, and like I'm like eat up, and then like we had to like we went like above the supermarket. They're like little restaurant, and like we got there and I'm like seeing them set up for lunch, and I'm like, oh please still have breakfast, and they did. Then we go downstairs and I made like a little birthday cake for Peter, even though his birthday is between Christmas and New Year's, but the kids really want to celebrate. And I'm like, I need eggs and butter. Oh, by the way, I forgot about the butter in the cake. I am not telling anyone.
Did you eat it yet?
Yeah.
How was it?
Fine. Actually, I think there's a problem with my oven. It's getting too hot below. So it's a little burnt on the bottom. We cut off a little bit of the bottom. Okay. I'm not confessing that to anyone who's eating the cake that I forgot batter. It's just going to be like, oh, this was a mix. I confessed it was a mix. Said that right away. Like it was just a mixed cake. Not a great mix. Yeah, not that great a mix. I'm not telling. I forgot the butter.
Don't tell it.
I'll die with that secret.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, super, go. And like, right to the post office. I don't know if they closed at 11:30. They closed at 11:30. Like, I walked in at 10:50 with 2 packages to mail and a pile of Swiss Christmas cards to stamp and send and a pile of international. Like, so I had like 4 jobs walking in the door. Could be 10 minutes before they closed. And there was like a line. And I was like, oh. Then they closed. He was so fast. I did all 4 of those things. 2 packages.
Yeah.
2 international packages and 2 stacks of envelopes.
Yeah.
Like in minutes. He was so efficient.
I don't know. The few times I've sent you packages, I always like walk in nervous, like this is going to be a process, and I'm like, this has to go to like Italy, because I don't think I've mailed you anything in Switzerland. The time you were in Italy, I'm like, this has to go to Italy. They're like, okay, and they just like bing bang boom, like all right, done. And I was like, okay,
they're professionals.
This is not the to do I thought it was going to be. Thankfully.
Oh, you know what it was? Last time I just had to send a postcard to you because your daughter had the school project, right?
Yes, we got it. Thank you.
And I got a guy that didn't speak any English, and I speak okay German. Yeah. Sometimes the Swiss can be really stickers though about speaking German. They just speak their like little local mountain dialect.
Yeah.
But I actually wanted to buy a postcard because they didn't have a postcard. And like he's like, I'm like, could I have a postcard? And like he was going to sell me a package of them, but they were blank, like white on one side, and like there's like the divider lines on the other side. I'm like, no, I don't want a white post. Like I was like, oh, you only sold a box of postcards, and I'm like, okay, I'll buy the box of postcards. And then it's like, oh, and they're white, and I'm like, why are they white? Why is who wants blank? Is this for kid art? Like. And then I was like, oh, I guess the girls could have colored them, but like, okay. And then I was like, well, then give me just a stamp. Give me a postcard stamp. So when I find a postcard, I can just put it in a mailbox. Yeah. And then I'm like, can you send me a stamp? And he's like, no, we don't have these things. And I'm like, a stamp? This is the post office. Like, you don't have a stamp? Yeah. We're just like so hard communicating. And then I was thinking that, like how hard it was for me to buy a stamp. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna send 4, 2 packages. Like this time it was so easy. The post office is a really interesting place because like you can travel Europe and I'll be like, everyone speaks English, but then you will find those places where like they don't. Yeah. It's like, yeah. There you go.
That's a fear of mine, of traveling somewhere and like having nobody that speaks English, because I don't speak anything else.
You can get really, really far with just English. You really, really can. Yeah, Peter always says just speak Italian to them because like it's an official language of Switzerland, and so like I'm always like kind of it in the right, like it's not quite the right because this is a German speaking part. Yeah, but like it's an official language of the country, so like it'd be like speaking French in Canada to someone who doesn't speak French, I guess, kind of like it's like.
Have you tried?
Nothing wrong. Oh, I did. Yeah, I love this. This is like my secret power. So like I used to do it more, especially like in a city. Yeah. I would walk up to someone and like ask like, "Do you speak Italian?" And they'd be like, "No." Like as panicked look, like, "Oh my god, I took like 1 semester in 5th grade. I don't remember any Italian." Yeah. And then I'd be like, "English?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, I'm happy to speak English." And like it gets such a different reaction. Like if I just went for English, they're like, "Okay, yes, I speak a bit." Yeah. Then I like the typical yes, a bit. Yeah. But like if I first ask for Italian, then they're like so relieved to speak English. But yeah, Peter like double parked yesterday, and it's like if anyone comes, just speak Italian to them. That'll buy me some minutes, and they're just like panicking, thinking about their like 5th grade Italian. Oh, sorry, we're getting way off topic about pictures.
Yes. We are.
One thing I do, you mentioned like taking pictures. Something I do, if you have like a big camera on a tripod, like you know, the big cameras. There's a setting called like interval shooting or intermittent shooting, and that's what I use. Like you can set it to like 1 every second or 1 every 2 seconds, and it just goes click, 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 and then like I set that up. I turn it. I position the family all around, like know where I'm gonna be. I turn that on, and then I get 100 pictures, and like the first 20 of them I'm not even in it. And like the last 3 I'm not in. Yeah. And there's a bunch in the middle where I'm like, everyone smile, and I have a funny face because I'm talking. But like, out of those 100 pictures I get, no, I get a good one every time. Good. As long as there's nothing really weird, like it's on manual focus or something, and we're all out of focus. Like as long as nothing like that happens, I do try to like when I'm done, like look for like not even the best one, but look for like an okay one, and like zoom in. Are we in focus? Stuff like that. Yeah, that's like if you're using a big camera. You use a phone, or what kind of camera do you use? Yeah, phones are really good cameras.
They do. They do. I just use my phone. I usually go on Pinterest and like type in like DIY Christmas photos, and I find one that like looks relatively easy to replicate, and I just set it up. This year, when I was panicking because I didn't have the pictures from my brother's wedding yet, because I was hoping I looked good, but you know I didn't. I found one, and it was really cute. It was just like taking the picture through a wreath. So the border of the picture would be the wreath, and like the center would be like their kid's face. So that was my plan, to run to Home Depot, have them hold a wreath. I would just like buy like Google like wreath frame and like just put that on top of a picture. I wouldn't do it for real. But yeah, that was my plan, and then I got the pictures, and I was like, well, these are the best. So I just screenshotted those 2, and put them in to have them printed. That was my big. Next year we're gonna do fucking professional family.
Professional.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's been last time we had professional family photos done. Hannah was a baby, so she's 5 now. COVID was in there, so like so now we're due. We're due.
Yeah, I've never done professional photos, but I feel like I'm almost professional.
I mean,
I feel very highly about myself in a lot of things.
I mean, if I could do it myself, I would. But like,
you can't only take so many pictures of yourself, though, right? Yeah. Like, because that's like a tripod. It's not going to follow you around. Yeah.
Well, what I would like to do, and I have to talk to my sister about it, is ask her if she would like to split the cost of a photographer, and then hopefully get like nice spring pictures of all our girls, and maybe like us as a family, like me and my family, her and her family.
Yeah.
And then we can give that to our mom and our dad as like Mother's Day and Father's Day gifts, like a nice portrait of all the grandkids. I'm sure the following year will be ruined because my brother will have a baby then. So
yeah, but that's okay. The grandkids grow, and then the grandkids, that's just a normal thing. Like,
yeah, but that's okay. So like,
I know like my aunts that have a lot of grandkids, because like my mom just has me and I have 2, but like they have those older pictures with just some kids, and they're all little. Yeah. And then they have other pictures with more kids, and the bigger ones are bigger now. Yeah. Like, so you still want those baby, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I was thinking about trying to do that for like in the spring to get like nice photos. I remember to talk to Tina about. I already mentioned it to her a while ago, and she was down. But like,
yeah, that's a great idea to split the cost. Yeah,
that's what we did for my in-laws when Brian's brother had his baby. And I was like, and like we were able to do it. We did a fall one because we were together on vacation, and so we did a photographer down there, and we got really beautiful photos. This lady was cheap, and she was totally worth it. Like, I was debating, do we go drive the hour and a half down to see her, you know, to go to her photographer studio thing, but we'll find one.
If she's really good, her prices may have gone up in the years since.
Yeah. I had one photographer who was doing Christmas minis, and I did that with Abby too, which is little 2 years in a row. And like between the year 1, 2, they went up, but like not crazy. I was like, all right, I get it.
I think a lot of people try to be a photographer and fail at it. And if you can get one of those
Well,
if you can get someone
tell.
early like that, like when
Yeah.
they're still figuring out if they're going to fail at it or not, they can get someone really skilled
Well,
for low prices. But
well,
as they get more experience, they charge
Yeah.
more.
Well,
Makes sense.
she got more experience. The photos were
Yeah.
improving. I get it. But then
Yeah, and she's getting more business, so she can.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but the third year, she more than doubled it. And I was like, no, I can't.
Yeah,
You're
you're priced out, but like.
you can't jump up that much and have it be like, maybe like, sure, okay. No, I'm done, I'm out.
Yeah. I mean, she's doing it right, but yeah, you're out. Like, but that's how you do a business like that.
If it was just a small increase, I'd stay with her. Like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it is.
Yeah, and like, yeah, so businesses like that, the only way you grow is increasing your rate. Like, because you can't like scale so much. You can only do so many shoots.
I get increasing it. But
Yeah.
The
I know
massive
you do.
jump is where I have the issue.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It's what it is, yeah. Yeah, I don't put a lot of thought into my backgrounds. And like, I was like with Peter, like, we need to take a family picture. Like, I need a picture. And like, last year we went like to the mountains, which was really pretty. But like, we were all like in our snowsuits because like it was snow to our knees. Like, and like also it was like so cold because we like climbed up to like where like the church was on the hill because like that's gonna have the nice view or whatever. And like, so now we're like so cold after like climbing like through snow to our knees for like a however long walk up to that little hill. And so like that had ups and downs, right? Like because I love a picture. I always try. I wish I could do it like in October. Like remember to do it like in October, like, and have the Christmas dresses, because the Christmas dresses are often short sleeves because it's like an inside party.
Yep.
And pictures look so much nicer outside with the lighting, you know, like having that natural light and being outside. And then like, to have my kids like in their little dresses outside, they freeze if I don't like, actually in Italy I could get away with it in October. Here, even October probably be too cold. So yeah, we did it like just in our house, like with our tree was ready. So we were like, okay, let's just take it by, I was like, let's just take it by the tree. Like that'll look nice. And then the cat can be in the picture, which I really like if we just do it at home. Like I'd asked Peter, he thought like, how about in town at night, like with all the lights? And I was just like, that is a horrible, horrible idea. Like I tried to be nicer to him about it, but like you can't take nice pictures of people in the dark. Cameras need light. That's how they work.
That's what I did last year.
In the dark?
We went to the center of Easton, and they like it's all lit up with like Christmas lights, and I did that. My phone has a setting called night sight, so I was able to take nice photos.
I have an Android phone too, but I don't know. I think I know what you mean. Like it was a well lit area, like, but it's just, for one thing, like a background that's like all the things, like lights that are way up high. Like lights in a city are like 2 stories up in the air, right? Or like a Christmas tree. So like to get a picture where like you have big things in the background and people are normal size in the foreground of a photo, like you're really like, you have a lot of space there. And then like, if you don't want just like a random person right behind you in your Christmas photo, like it's impossible to do that like in a city setting or a town setting. Yes, I vetoed that option, but then we just did it at home. I think it looks fine. Yeah, actually, I like it. I like the cats in it. We all look cute, like good. It's always so stressful though. Like the kids know that it's like important to me, so they normally will be like, okay, I'll wear the dress, like, but then like, this time I wanted their hair, like I might have my hair now, like we're gonna do this, and like, Miss Nine was like, no, I want my hair like this, and I'm like, I really like it the other way. Would we do it the other way? She's like, I think this looks much nicer, and I was like, oh, all right. And then once Miss Nine got her way, now the gates are open for Miss Six. And Miss Six is like, oh, it bothers me to have my hair. Because they really do. They almost never wear their hair down. Like, no, it bothers me. I don't want it. I'm like, it's just for a picture. It's just for a picture. So, like, so there's always a lot of fighting for the picture. And, like, I try to stay calm and, like, in the moment. But I do end up, like, being like, just for a picture. It's just for a picture.
Oh, yeah.
By the end of it. Yeah.
That was me at my brother's wedding in, like, a very formal gown, hair perfectly done, makeup perfectly done, like, just fucking stay still and take this fucking picture. I just want a nice thing. And they're like making weird faces and like, doing weird contortions with their bodies because it was slightly chilly, and Abby, my oldest, is like, I'm cold, and I'm
Oh
like,
my god! Like,
so then
give
I'm getting
like
pictures with her shoulders are like by her ears, and I'm like, smile, and she's like, oh, and I'm like, no, like, relax,
just
for 1
suffer for the
second.
beauty. In 5 years, you'll be wearing shoes that make you bleed,
Yeah.
and spending an hour doing your hair, an hour and another hour doing your makeup. Like, just suffer for the beauty for a second.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You said you didn't like how you looked in your picture. I have one really like. I'll use a lot of posing advice, but my biggest one is like never lean away from the camera because like I think the instinct is just kind of like want to just back up a little bit, and then like you do that. Like no matter like how much you don't want to be in the picture,
Yeah.
or how like ugly you feel, lean in.
Yeah.
Because then you like here I am normal.
Yeah.
If I like just like the tiniest bit, like the kind you would do not even realizing, or maybe thinking like you want like to make more room or something, you might just subconsciously back up a bit.
Yeah.
It's like really bad. But if you, this is better on YouTube than it is on for the visual podcast. Oh, then like if you lean in,
Yeah.
like here I'm not a small person by any means, but like if I lean in, like my body looks small because like you know how big a head should be, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in a picture, like now my body looks a lot smaller, and then like of course you get like this, like the little natural.
Yeah.
You just like bring your whole head forward, and it just kind of gives you a little, not too far that you get like the skeleton neck, but
Yeah. Yeah.
really seems power. Yeah, and the arms too, right? Like if you can like your arms at your sides, okay, arms away from your body is better. Although this can be a little like cheerleader looking. But what I love is to just kind of pin my elbows back. Like here I am normal, kind of pin my elbows back. And I feel like that does kind of make me look a little narrower. Like I'm like sort of pinning my elbows like as far as they'll go to each other. And same thing like your shape, like my shoulders down, my shoulders up. Like I feel like shoulders up makes you look a lot more like square, not so round.
Yeah.
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 But it's hard to do these things when you're in front of the camera.
You're in front of the camera, and there's multiple photographers, and there's all people around you. And at one point, it was kind of funny because at one point we were posing for the family photos, and like I'm with my sister, my other brother, and me, and you know, Joe and his beautiful bride are obviously the center, and then there's like the three of us, and we're like, how do we pose? Like, where do we stand? I'm like, I don't know. We just kind of like smushed together, and the photographer had to go, hold on, stop. Who's with who? And we all had to go stand with our spouse, and they're like, okay, no, you go here, and then you go here, and then you
That's
do this,
good.
and then you...
Photographers should do that. Like
It was just a funny part of like, wait, who's with who? Like, who's married?
photographers really should do that because
Yeah,
like
it was. I just thought it was funny. That, like,
I
like,
look at wedding pictures like just for friends, and also like when I was shopping for a photographer, and it's the photographer's job to see like, oh hey, like your buttons are all off by one. Maybe you could fix that for the photo.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, everyone to the left of the groom is squished and everyone to the right of the groom is spread out. Like they don't know that. It's the photographer's job to do that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I just found it very comical that we all had to be like, this is my spouse.
Stop.
And they're like, okay, this is your spouse, so this is how that. It was not the pose I thought I was going to be in. Not saying that we did it bad or anything, but maybe I don't know if things have changed or like I'm just so dated. But I was like, oh, okay, this is how we do this. Because I thought my husband would be behind me, but I was behind him.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is strange, yeah.
Yeah, but
Although that's like all my aunts that like don't like the fact that they are their ages. Like always want to be in the back of the photo, right? They don't want their body in the photo. They just want to like have their head between two other people.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
yeah, and I have all the photos from the wedding, so when you come, I can sit and show them all to you. I'm so excited.
That's fun. Yeah. Yeah. I think I really enjoy, Peter hates like posed photos, but I love them. I think it's really nice to just like have a nice picture of people together.
I think a happy medium of posed and
Yeah, I mean, like, so for like a wedding, I want both. Yeah, but like, what are the pictures that you put on the wall? Like, It's got to be a really nice candid photo to make it on the wall. Like little kids candid can be like so precious.
Yeah.
But like, I can't think of like any candid photo of me that I'm like, oh, I love that.
Yeah. Somebody wants to say hello. Come here. You want to say hi?
Is it the dog or a human?
It's the dog. Oh, she wants to go out. Hang on. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. She's got to go out.
So I see the North Pole Bakery behind you.
Yes, it is.
I thought you were reducing large toys.
I did not make that purchase. In my defense,
I know. I 100% believe you.
And it's cardboard.
Yeah, I thought so. It's a temporary exhibit.
We talked yesterday that this is leaving very soon because Santa's coming.
Actually, it looks really fun.
And like they're supposed to color it, and there's blotches on the other side where it is colored, so it did do its job.
Yeah, it looks super fun, but that's a statement piece.
It is. We had the workshop, but as we were discussing,
You had two.
we had two. One for each.
Is this
child.
from Brian or from a grandparent?
Oh, this is from my husband. This is my husband's doing. I accepted one because, like I said, it's a nice, busy activity that keeps them away from a screen. So.
Yeah. I think it actually looks awesome. Like I think.
But we had.
I know you share my the big stuff. Too much big stuff.
I don't know if you can see back there. I'll show the people. You can't really see it, but we had the workshop, and as we were talking about, we got to get rid of these or whatever. My husband, for fun, decided to WWE style body slam. So it's there, and then he just didn't put it away in the trash yet. So that's my life.
Speaking of hypocritical things, I'm pretty sure Brian also was like, we should have less toys, and then buys gigantic cardboard houses.
Yep.
This morning, I found out from my kids that when they're in Italy, they have Nutella every day for breakfast. And you wouldn't believe the lectures I got from my mother-in-law about how kids can't be fat and blah blah blah, and adults need to say no to kids. Kids nowadays don't hear no ever. And she would just go on and 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 on about these things. And it's oh, cool. When you're at Nona's house, because when they go to Italy, they stay at Nona's house. You eat Nutella for breakfast every day. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She also thinks that anything that package that has a kid's face on it has to be healthy. So Kinder bars, she thinks it's milk. She says that's just milk. Because do you know the Kinder bars? They're big. They're really big here.
That's why I'm baffled.
It has a little German boy's face on it and a glass of milk.
Well,
is the packaging.
In America, the packaging has no faces.
Okay, here there's often this little blonde German boy and in a glass of milk.
I'm still baffled as to why she thinks a Kinder bar is healthy.
It's milk. It's just milk. It just has that tiny bit of chocolate on the outside. It's just milk. It's no, that's white chocolate. That's white chocolate dipped in chocolate. Oh, it's not milk.
I thought it was a cream on the inside.
I guess it's a white chocolate cream. It's not
okay. I don't know.
It's not. It's definitely soft. It's softer than just Yeah.
Kinder, if you want to sponsor, we love you. It's delicious.
Yeah, but
we're not
also they make
that.
actually Peter and I joke because I also do a sweet breakfast, but I keep it a little healthier than Nutella. And I distinguish that's a breakfast cookie and a dessert cookie, which I know I'm not sounding like I have a foot to stand on here because we do breakfast cookies, but a breakfast cookie is very plain.
Yeah.
Think of a vanilla wafer. No, that's even too sugary. It's simple plain. It has no icing. It has no chocolate. It's a plain cookie. And that's a breakfast cookie. We'll have those at breakfast time. In a limited amount, with yogurt and stuff. And Peter thinks that's silly and too sweet. And but sometimes here in Switzerland, there's Italian brands. And then we just got a bag of cookies and it has it says in Italian like breakfast, all these things. And I'm see, it's normal, cookies and breakfast. But yeah, I just an Oreo is not a breakfast cookie, that's a dessert cookie, right? But there's some that are just a little bit sweet.
I know somebody who works
Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher, I'm not going to say who. But I'm going to tell her that her marketing is paying off because in Italy there's a woman that thinks that Kinder is a healthy
And like also like they make these like cake bars with like icing in the middle, and she thinks that's like perfect breakfast.
I need to try them. Oh, they sound good.
Actually, I don't like it. To me, it has a
No?
bit of a like packaged preservative taste.
Okay.
Like it's okay. Like I mean, it's not like something I would, but like it's not like I don't get excited about them.
Yeah.
And she would give them to me sometimes in Italy, and I'll be like, okay, like special occasion, this will be like, or if we're going somewhere on the go, because it's like they're single packages,
Mm-hmm.
like it's like a Little Debbie kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know. And like my mom didn't give me Little Debbie for breakfast. Like I don't
my
consider
mom
like,
didn't. God, my God.
yeah,
My mom would have like flipped out if she's caught me eating that for breakfast.
no, they were special treats. Yeah,
Yeah. No, my mom used to like. She would ration that shit.
yeah,
Like, you know how they would come, like, some of the things would come in, like, packages of, like, 2 mini cakes or whatever?
yeah.
She, like, in my lunch, she would take one out and just give me one. And I was like, I know there's 2 here. You are not, I'm not stupid. I know you are doing this to me.
But I think that's fair. Like,
Oh, no, as a child, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
As an adult, I get it. As an
no,
adult, I'm more
my mom
stingy
was
than
too
my-
lenient with me. She'd let me have too much stuff that I wanted.
Yeah.
You know, and even now she's like, what was I thinking?
Oh my God, my mom. We should do it. Like, could do a whole episode. But my mom is now having the, I guess, FOMO of like, not, like everything that we like kind of know now and about organic food and healthy food. Like, thank God she didn't know that now. She didn't know that then. I don't even want to think about what the fuck we would have been eating. She's very into her organic and not and. Which is, God bless her, because she's trying to live a healthy life. But if she did that to me as a kid,
It's funny because like people deal with like depression differently. Some people eat more, some people eat less.
yeah,
And like my ex eats less when he's like anxious.
Yeah.
But, like and during COVID, I was like drinking very heavily,
yeah,
snacking very heavily,
Yeah.
and he went like full health food, like bread that's like more protein than carbohydrates, like all the Indian food. Oh my God, so many spices. Like I love
Yeah.
Indian food, but like to have those spices in your house is
yeah,
it makes your house smell like an Indian restaurant.
yeah.
And like I tried to like double Ziploc bag them all, and still the smell just like permeated through the plastic. But yeah, people deal with things differently. That would be great. Let's leave that as like a cliffhanger. Next time, let's talk about foods and like
Yeah.
how we grew up, how we're raising our kids.
Oh, and how my mother is doing a 180. I will say this little tidbit because I think it's so funny. Because my mother loves to bring home organic vegetables, organic fruits, or that's her thing. And my grandmother doesn't understand. My mom and my grandmother live together because my grandmother is at a point where she
Yeah.
can't live by herself. So my mom
Yeah.
and my grandmother's too stubborn to leave. So my mom had moved in with her.
Yeah, natural
So-
evolution.
Yeah, so my mom would cooks dinner and stuff, and my grandmother like doesn't understand organic and why it's so much better, and she says because my brother taught her to say this in a way, like my brother said it to my grandma, now my grandma just repeats it because my brother's trying to bust my mom's balls. She says she can't eat certain things because she'll taste the organic. So my mom like can't tell her when she brings in organic like carrots or organic fruit.
I mean, just like there's just like they use less pesticides
Yeah.
and like
yeah,
things like that. Like
No,
I mean, eggs is the biggest one. Eggs, I can actually taste the difference between like an organic or at least like some of them don't have the label, but they're like basically that. And
yeah. I want to go get fresh eggs so bad, but
oh, you should. Yeah, you're surrounded by farms. Go do it.
I know.
I'm actually surrounded by farms too here.
I had a friend who had this makes me sound so pathetic. I had a friend who I knew has chickens, and I sent her a text. I was like, "Hey, can I get some eggs?" And she never acknowledged it. So I got to go find a farm. Guess to go.
Yeah, but there's plenty around.
Yeah. But yeah, no. But that's what.
And there's actually a lot that are really fun to visit. Some are a little farther that do like the berry picking or the animal petting and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's one by me that does the best animal petting, and it's a dairy farm. And what they do with the big thing that they do with the milk from the cows is they make fresh ice cream, and it tastes so good.
One of the farms near my parents, like kind of right behind it,
Yeah.
they sell ice cream, and it's like it's pretty good, but it's
Yeah.
not like so much better than like a good like supermarket brand.
Yeah. No, if you guys come this summer, I'll have to take you over to the farm.
My mom, grandma, my mom always has ice cream. And like the kids end up eating chocolate ice cream. So I usually bad mouthing Nona, but my grandma's just as bad. And like they'll have chocolate ice cream like every night if I say yes. Or and every single night after they go to bed, I am spot cleaning little chocolate ice cream off their clothes. It was like that's almost more what I hate about chocolate ice cream more than the calories and the sugar. Just like it's inevitably ending on your clothes. Yeah. And I'm going to have to clean that little spot of chocolate ice cream.
Yep. But yeah.
All right. Well, I have a hard stop today because I'm heading over to my boyfriend's family to have like a little afternoon coffee and panettone, and his sister's visiting from Zurich.
Yes.
So, thank you so much for listening. I hope you had as much fun as we did getting in some much needed girl talk and grown up time. Subscribe to catch up with us again next month. This is a monthly podcast because that's the level of commitment that at least I can handle. So yeah, don't worry about us clogging up your feed. But if you do want more, check out our past episodes because we've been doing this for a whole year now, +1. And if you want to reach out, any questions, comments, just say hello, anything at all, we'd love to hear from you. You can email us at hello@MediocreMomsCo.com. We just love to hear from you. I love to hear from a listener. And that's also our website, MediocreMomsCo.com. And that's where you can find like all of our links, all of our past episodes, social media, anything at MediocreMomsCo.com. It's the best URL that we can come up with. It's not so easy. Yeah. And and I hope we'll see you again next week and you'll join us again. Ciao.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.